Yes, sir. You already know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
It's your boy Matt P.
I'm your boy, Jeremy Chase.
And this is Parking Lot Parables. And we have with us today the amazing, the lovely Jourdan. Please, Jourdan, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jourdan, like Michael, and I am an Atlanta-born native, like born and raised native. I've been here my entire life, with the exception of going off to college. So yeah, I'm very excited and very blessed to be here today.
Awesome. We definitely appreciate you taking some time out your schedule to come and kick it with us in the parking lot for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about fitness all month, and we wanted to close it out with something a lot of people probably don't consider. They think about Zumba. They think dance fitness probably think Zumba or something like that. But we want to talk about what type of dance is it that you do.
So specifically for me, I'm trained in all styles. I started dancing when I was 7 years old, and I started out in ballet. So classically trained ballet with Atlanta Ballet Studios, which is still here to this day. It's in downtown Atlanta. I think they have 2 other locations, but from there I entered into jazz and modern, and that would have been like in middle school. So like I was a part of the Alvin Ailey like summer camp program when they first started, and I did it up until I graduated middle school. So that was awesome. And then when I went to high school, I was in the CCC EPA magnet program at Footwork High School, dance major, vocal minor, and then that's when I was introduced to other styles as well. Graduated from there and went to Valdosta State, and that's where I got my BFA in dance, and that touched on like ballroom, social, tap, hip hop, things of that nature. So throughout my lifetime, I've covered pretty much every style that there is. So I'm not necessarily boxed into one. If I had a favorite, I would say hip hop, and I think that anyone who loves dance, or at least loves the freedom of dance, but also the freedom of expression, like basically do whatever you want. I feel like hip hop kind of embodies that. But I guess if you want more of a structured style, then ballet would be where I would start, because then ballet is like the foundation of everything that you do in terms of any style of dance. So yeah.
Okay. All right. You got any questions, bro?
So like, do you do instruction of dance for people as well? Like, what's that's like? Cause
so for my BFA, that's what allowed me to really learn like the techniques of how to be a teacher in terms of dancing. When we're growing up, we're taught to how to be performers, how to give our all, and things like that. But they never really teach you the other side of that, meaning like how to instruct other people and get people who've never danced a day in their life, who can barely walk on 2 feet, how they can figure out in their minds how to be on rhythm and in key and all of that type of stuff. So college definitely prepared me for that. So I'm very, very blessed. I actually started out in dance fitness as like my first official job. So I didn't have a job yet. And I knew I wanted to teach dance, but I wasn't sure how to start out. So I went to my campus recreation center, and I noticed that they had classes like yoga and Pilates, things I couldn't do. Not that I couldn't do it, I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I just kind of was like, hey, what about a bar class, which is like a mix of like ballet and Pilates a little bit. But it's basically like turning ballet movements into fitness movements, so that those who are fitness-based learners could also kind of mix in that ballet dance style or whatever. So to answer your question about how do I teach, yes, I do. I have classes here in Atlanta as well, which we can talk about a little bit later. But I find personally for me that the teaching side is more so what I enjoy, because I love seeing people who say, I can't do it, I can't dance, I don't have rhythm, blah, blah, blah. I love being that person that proves them wrong at the end of class after 45 minutes. And I'm like, see, this whole time you're doing all that talking, and why? And you look just like me, please. So yeah, so I love the instructional side, and I love like being the one who creates the dances and seeing other people spin on it too. So I enjoy that.
Awesome.
All right. And you teach both men and women, correct?
Yes, I am not limited in gender. Anyone that can walk can dance, but as long as they have the ability and the desire to want to dance, because I never want to force anybody. As long as they have that desire, I'll teach them. And the age doesn't matter. I mean, the little tiny tots, I do find there's a little bit of a disconnect just because they want to do what they want to do and I want them to dance. But pretty much ages like 5 and up, yeah, I can teach you. It doesn't matter.
Cool. All right. So so I know you talked about how you got into dance, but like what inspired you to get into that? You know, a lot of children, you know, they have a lot of different, like, you know, they want to be an astronaut or they want to be a dentist, you know, or they want to be a teacher. So what inspired you to get into dance?
So to be honest with you, I wasn't one of those kids who knew what they wanted to do at age 2. I was definitely just kicking it outside, riding a bike, right? So when I was 7, my mother, and I mean, she could probably tell me if I started any younger than that, but 7 is when I remember going to a ballet class, you know, or whatever. So my mom actually is the reason why I even started dancing, because she took me to ballet and she was like, this is what you're gonna do. And I remember specifically like being like, oh, I want to be a cheerleader, like, because I'd seen cheerleaders or whatever, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And my mom was like, you're not about to get injured doing cheerleading, you're gonna do ballet. And I said, okay, 10-4. And eventually, once I got past that desire to be like something else other than this, and I realized I was actually really good at dance, and it kind of came a little bit naturally. My love for it is what kept me going. And then just seeing how other people take the art form and make it their own and make it better is what inspired me to continue even through adulthood. So, yeah.
So, go ahead, bro.
Speaking of like being inspired to dance, like, who's your favorite dancers? Like, who do you really be like, man, they can cut a rug?
That's so hard, because there are so many people that inspire me.
All right, 3.
Give you 3?
It was 3. Go ahead.
The top 3, that is so hard. Okay, can I do choreographers and dancers? Like, can I do a mix? Would that be okay? Okay. So the first 2 I'm gonna say are both dancers and choreographers. So that's Wildebeest and then Janelle Janestra, both of them. I found them, I wanna say in 6th or 7th grade, and I watched them 10 plus years. I still watch them to this day. They're both so good. And they just changed, their whole idea was like being a beast, like in dance, like bringing that masculine energy, but then also having like a feminine side for like Janelle and stuff like that. I just felt like I can embody both of those, be a great dancer, but then also be a great choreographer. So those are my top 2 if I had to choose. And then as far as dancers go, that is so hard. One right off the top of the dome. Come on, Jourdan. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Okay, I'll go back to high school. This is not someone that, you know, is like a big face, but she was big to me because it was like I was in middle school, and so when it was the high school I was going to go to, Pebblebrook. It was this girl named Tara Lynn Steele, and her sophomore year is when I first like saw her dance and everything, and just it's also seeing how she performed this particular piece. I think it was called Superhuman. By Carrie Hilson and Chris Brown. At that time, I was obsessed with Chris Brown. So it could, any Chris Brown song, anything, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know. So seeing that piece, I think it was like a mix of ballet and hip hop, just blew me away, and she performed it amazing. So I hadn't thought about that in a long time, but those would be probably the top 3 that I could think of off the top of the head. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these are your inspirations to this day as well?
Yeah, if I was still to like look up their stuff, I watch Janelle and Will all the time, literally to this day. Tara Lynn, she's still posting and stuff like that, from what I've seen. But yeah, even to this day, those 3 are the ones that probably have made the most significant impact on me, just because I saw how hard they went for the craft, and I know I want that same dedication, that same drive, that same way that they inspired me. I want to do that for other people, you know. So yeah.
Okay. And in that journey to get to that point of inspiring other people, what are, or if any, what have you ran into any challenges, like in your journey, like of being that inspiration that you saw coming up in that journey? Have you ran into any issues or challenges in that time?
By far, I mean, I won't lie to you, trying not to be discouraged in this particular industry is extremely hard, just because you're not always going to be what they are looking for in an audition. You're not always going to be their ideal person. And it sometimes even more so about who you know rather than what you can do, which can be so annoying, but it is what it is. And so having those inspirations and also just my genuine love for dancing, I feel like if I didn't want to do it, I would have stopped a long time ago. You know, if it wasn't something that I enjoyed doing, if it was something that I hated, and if it wasn't the biggest reason why I'm happiest in life, then I'd have dropped it. But because the things that I've been through and the things I could tell you about what I've endured would make anyone want to not do this anymore. I won't lie to you. But I think that because of those inspirations, because of the passion that I have for it, it did not come without its challenges. I found also that rejection can be extremely hard. And I know that we all deal with rejection in our own ways, you know, feeling like you're not good enough or feeling like, dang, I can't never be enough for whoever. But I realized this craft is big enough for everybody. It's meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just someone who's been doing it 20 years, but somebody who decides to do it tomorrow for the first time. You know, there is no limitations. It's a universal art craft. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. It's something that everyone can do. Like if someone decided to take their arm and literally went up and down, that's a dance move. You know what I'm saying? If they decide to do the robot for the first time, that's a dance move. You know, even if they just kicking it and doing a Cupid shuffle, that you're a dancer to me. So I tried to, once I got to high school and once I got beyond that to college, and I realized that I can do whatever I want, whenever I want with this style and with this art form, my love for it grew exponentially. And that's what helped keep the journey going, as you said, because rejection can be hard, and just people's opinions being the number one thing that matter when it comes to booking jobs or when it comes to trying to fit the mold of a dancer or whatever. It can be a harmful place, but it's also the most beautiful place to me. So yeah.
Man, it's crazy how close that is to like the music game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're side by side, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, you got any questions, bro?
Now, you know, when I think of dance, I think of one movie.
Okay.
And that is You Just Got Served. So my question is,
yeah,
have you ever battled anyone? And how does that like feel like?
Okay, so funniest thing, I was in college when this happened, actually. I was at this place called the Bliss Lounge. I'm so sorry to my parents. Yes, I go out. So anyway, I was out there and it was a dance club night. So all of dance club went to this place because we were hosting like a celebration for end of the year or something like that. So it's still open to the public, but most of us were there. And so, you know, as dance majors, we're dancing around, acting goofy, all that type of stuff. And, you know, me, I'm such like a party person, which you wouldn't believe seeing me by myself. But if you put me where there's great music, I'm going to dance or whatever. So, you know, I'm just kicking, I'm all over the place. All of a sudden, you know, we're messing around. But this guy comes up. It was actually two of them. I'll never forget this. It was two of them who came up. And they somehow were like, I bet you won't go off. I bet you won't beat him. Da 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 da. And I don't know what possessed me because I'm not a battler by any means necessary. But I was just feeling myself that night. I was just like, I mean, it's a room full of dance majors. What you trying to do? So the DJ's off to the right, or my left, I guess, right there. And he's like, oh, it's a dance battle, blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, my heart starts racing, all of that type of stuff. And I got my friend right here, Olivia. And so, I mean, we did the best we could do, killing it or whatever. It was teams of two. They were doing their best hip hop robot style. And we were giving ballet, hip hop, modern jazz. We was giving everything. I won't lie to you. Awesome. From there, they eliminated. So they eliminated his friend, and then they eliminated my friend, Olivia. And so it came down to the two of us. And I won, which I had never battled before. Now, mind you, the audience was like the deciding factor. So they were like, make some noise for this person, make some noise for that person, right? So most of the people in the room, because Bliss was not that big at the time, most of the people in the room were my friends. So the crowd screamed, a
win is a win.
A win is a win. A dove is a dove. And that's all I gotta say about that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they get for picking a fight. You know,
that was the wrong night. And I had my friends around. The music, man, it was over for him. I was feeling myself. So yeah.
Awesome.
but to answer your question, that's the answer to your question, but definitely nerve-wracking. And at the end of the day, good sportsmanship is what I'm all about. So even if I had lost, I'd have still shook his hand and and moved on about my business. Had a great night. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I noticed like different parts of the country, like you might go to different cities and they have their own little dances that's kind of like native to that city.
Yeah.
Like Chicago has that little thing they do with their feet, like crazy little steps. So
footwork,
yeah, that footwork, that's what it's to call it, the footwork. You know how to do footwork? You know how to
I could get down in a class. Would I go and try to pull off what they do by myself? No, I would definitely be like, let me see it one time. Okay, let me mimic it, and I got you. So yeah, if I see it, I can do it, but can I stand up and do it right here, right now? Probably not. I ain't even gonna embarrass myself and have them calling me out.
Yeah. So all right. So let me ask you, what are some of your goals? Like, what do you have going on right now or coming up that you would like to let the people know about?
Okay. So as far as what I'm doing right now, currently I am in a show. It's called 9 to 5. It's a musical. And so I'm like one of the ensemble dancers, but they actually have me singing and acting a little bit. So that's different for me because I don't act. So I'm telling everyone, oh, come see this show. Come see me be a triple threat or whatever, because I'm fitting in that category or whatever. So that is really exciting to get back into because I haven't done it since college. So that's exciting. I still teach here weekly classes. As of right now, it's a little bit harder on the dance studios just because of the pandemic and everything. Everyone's not coming out as often as they do. Therefore, it limits our ability to have class consistently at all the studios that I teach at. So for right now, you can catch me in Noonan, Georgia at Southern Arc Dance. I teach on Tuesday nights. Starting my kids classes are from 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:30, and then my adult class is 7:30 to 8:30. And then as far as just performances, if you check out my Instagram, which I'm not sure if you guys want me to plug that right here or not, but I would put up go ahead. Okay. My Instagram is @Jourdan. So it's JOUR, like you spell my name, DANCE _. So yeah, if you look up Jourdan Evans spelled with a U, JOUR, you'll find me. So yeah, that's it. But that's where I'll post like all of my like upcoming performances or classes or things like that. So yeah.
Y'all definitely make sure to give her a follow. She's always putting out dope content, great dance moves, great, lot of energy, great videos, like just great content all around. So y'all definitely give her a follow. Bro, you have any other questions?
Oh, sorry, you were definitely talking to him. No, ignore me.
Not that I can think of. Like, I'm just, me, I try to dance, but I'm more of a goofy dancer. So it's like, I think it's interesting that like people really do use this for fitness. Like even my fiance, that's the way she works out. So
yeah.
How do you incorporate that in your dances? Like, do you offer fitness classes like Zumba, or how's that work?
So I don't personally do that now. As Zumba specifically, you have to be certified in Zumba to teach it. So there are classes that are happening right now, and even at the studio that I teach at, they have it on the same night that I do during my class. So that's why I can't attend it. But as far as fitness goes, I'll kind of talk about how fitness correlates to dance, and then and the benefits of it, and then I'll circle back around to like just me teaching it or whatever. So for me, I find that people often ask me, how do you stay so fit? How do you look like that? Da, 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 da. And for me, it's because of dance. If I didn't have that, I'm sure I wouldn't be as in shape as I am, because you have no choice. You have to build up. There was 4 major titles, or not major titles, but major groups and areas of like overall wellness that we had to achieve in dance. So that's strength, endurance, cardio, and flexibility. So those 4 things you had to build up was that right? Yeah. Those 4 things you had to build up in order to be able to do this craft seriously, right? So with strength training, we're doing things like push-ups and stuff like that, or the movements that we have to hold our leg up in the air. You have to hold it there before you can bring it down to build up that quad muscle or the hamstring, things like that. For endurance, having to repeat a combination 1,000,000 times, or at least what felt like 1,000,000 times, in order to get your lungs and to get your cardiovascular system used to doing that a million times, or at least being able to do it and not be breathing so hard. As far as cardio goes, it's a great thing for your heart, just constantly keeping it pumping and keeping it moving often, because you should be getting at least 60 minutes of workout each day. And then flexibility, having full range of motion, having all of your muscles and all of your bones being able to have full mobility and things like that. So I think that dance for me taps into all of that, but then doesn't make me think that I'm working out. Like I could go into the gym, and this is just me being for real about who I am as a person, right? I go into the gym and I go to work out by myself. I'm more than likely going to get distracted, or be like, after 10, 12 reps, I'm like, okay, I really want to put this down and like not do this right now, right? And I can stay motivated. Yes, I can push myself and all of that, but I find that sometimes if I don't have a teacher or somebody right there in the gym with me, it's something that I'm not going to want to do. Now, you put me in a dance class, I could take 3 or 4 dance classes back to back. And that's not me being crazy. That's just because I have so much fun in those classes. But what I don't realize, or, what I've come to realize, is that I'm burning calories the exact same way I would in a gym, except I'm having so much more fun with it, because I'm thinking about, how do I remember this dance step, or to do whatever comes next, and playing great music motivates me to keep going and stuff like that. Having somebody with great energy, somebody that's pushing me but not making me think about the fact that I'm working out. They're not saying, oh, you need to get those push-ups, get down. Like, no, they're saying like, you need to move faster across this dance floor, you're gonna get knocked out, type of thing. So so for me, and I would definitely encourage anyone who has trouble like I do, focusing in the gym or being by yourself, go take a dance class. Even if it's you and just the teacher, you're probably going to have 10 times more fun in that classroom than you would in the gym by yourself, because you have somebody there that's motivating you, but then also, making sure that you have fun at the end of the day. My classes specifically, it kind of depends on what kind of class it is, honestly, but for the most part, I really do want the people that come into my class to have fun above all. Yeah, I want you to get the steps. Yeah, because I know that that's what you want to accomplish too when you come into my class. But at the start and the end, I want you to come in feeling a great vibe, and I want you to leave feeling like, wow, I really did something amazing today. And the fact that I even came here and tried was amazing. And I want you to say that you had fun, and that's what makes you want to come back again. So yes, I've taught fitness classes before. Like I said, bar. I used to teach, what do they call it? Bar blast, dance fitness, things to incorporate dance movements with fitness. And just because I haven't been with a gym, that's the only reason why I haven't had to teach any fitness classes. But I would love to get back into it, just because I had so much fun motivating people, because I didn't realize I could talk while dancing. Like I could be telling them, okay, here we go, we're about to do abs, and because my energy is so high, I could literally talk the entire time we're doing abs, pushing them, motivating them to do, to get this ab workout done, but then we also like bankhead bouncing while we're going back down to the floor, so that was the longest answer in the world, but that is but that's how fitness for me, that's kind of how I view fitness, and why I think that dance has helped me so much, at least in keeping up. I probably should eat better too, not gonna lie, but I have found that because I do so much work in the studio, that it helps with my health benefits, that my doctor's not like, okay, we need to start you on a nutrition program because of X, Y, and Z reasons. So so I'm definitely very, very blessed to have had dance, and to have started it so young, that it doesn't feel like I'm doing so much work to get what I got to get done in terms of my health or whatever. So I would definitely encourage anyone who struggled like I do, or who struggles like I do, try a dance class if you've never done it before. Find a beginner class or an intro. Those are typically the terms that people will use to designate what classes for people who've never danced before, versus those who have done dance before, or who have at least tried it. They would say like intermediate or advanced if you want more of a challenge, more of a push. And I would say go to any class that says all levels, because they're going to give you a mix of all of those levels that I just mentioned. And that way you can try out and see, how do I like an intermediate advanced? Is that too much for me? Anyone who's not encouraging your overall happiness and your overall view of yourself being of a positive mindset, I wouldn't go back to that class. That's just me being honest, because we don't need any more negativity in this world. Dance is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be amazing. So that's what I would say to anyone who is thinking about joining a dance class, and come to my dance class, because you're going to have so much fun.
Well,
So, yeah.
since you brought up your dance class, what are
Okay.
the going rates?
The going rate is $15, so it's just $15. Yeah, so
sure.
that's not too bad. And if I compare that to my gym membership, okay, I'm paying a little bit more.
Right.
So okay,
Yeah.
get you a class pass. I'm sure they have like one price that you can pay and come to as many dance classes as you want. You know, so you don't have to just take my class; you can take multiple. But yeah, so 15 is for my Tuesday night classes from 7:30 to 8:30 in Noonan, Georgia, and that I need to put my flyer back up on my page so that way people know where to come.
Is that the only day you teach there though, or?
Yeah, just for now, just because of the pandemic. I have classes in Hampton and in Decatur, but right now those are on pause just because of the pandemic. So when those go back up, then I'll start promoting and stuff like that. But for the meantime, I kind of just gotta promote Noonan, unfortunately.
Okay. Are you doing privates right now? Like, somebody wants to take a private class or dance class? Or anything?
We can definitely, if they want to sign up for a private with me, I definitely do that. I go based off of what we need. So like if I have to rent a studio, you know, I kind of take that price into consideration with mine. But I would say just about the same, $15, $20 an hour, just depending on what we want to do and, you know, what style we want to go for, you know, what equipment is required, things like that. So yeah, nothing too crazy.
All right, shoot, bet. I'm glad you said so. I'm gonna hit you up. I want
Yes, please do, for real. Yes, please do.
Like I do martial arts, you know, so
Yeah,
definitely all into the fitness game, man. So dance is definitely something I've never really touched on, really. So yeah, I'm about to take that step. I'm gonna take that step.
I'm gonna actually try boxing this year. I don't know when I'm gonna start, but I think I wanna try boxing and adding that in. So
holla at your boy. That's what I
box.
Yeah, I box and martial arts. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make that work. Come on, connections. Yeah, I love it.
You know, we can go to the store, get you some gloves and everything. We get you right.
Yes, please. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Because I didn't even know where to start.
Oh yeah, whenever you ready.
Okay.
Start tomorrow. I ain't gotta work. I'm being serious. I mean, because I really, you know, I just got up here, so you know, I'm still checking out the place. Shoot, matter of fact, we don't work that far from each other. I work in Peachtree.
Okay.
So, so y'all have heard it here. You know, dance is the move.
Mm-hmm.
Follow Jourdan. Plug your Instagram for people who might just be tuning in.
Yeah. So @JOURDANCE. So Jourdance _ if you put in Jourdan Evans, you'll find me. So
yeah, so it don't matter how clumsy you are.
At all. If you can't even walk in a straight line, I'm gonna help you get there and get past there. Okay. Period. So yeah, and we're gonna have a great time while we do it.
Pass a doggone alcohol test, then if you can walk a straight line.
I'm crying. I can't.
That's weird.
But yeah, Jourdan, we definitely appreciate you stopping through the parking lot and sharing with us about dancing. I have learned a lot.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me.
So y'all, like we've been saying all month, it's all about fitness, and we ain't saying just January. We tell you this has to be a lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
When you agree, Jourdan?
Yeah, for sure.
Lifestyle for you, right?
It's a lifestyle for me. I can't even go without it. So
yeah. So make fitness a lifestyle all throughout this year, all throughout 2022. Aim to be better than you were yesterday.
Yes, that's it right there.
So y'all keep pushing fitness and stay away from the foolishness.
Stay away from the foolishness.
Speaking of which, y'all already know what time it is.
Oh yes.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness.
All right.
What you talking about, man?
So this teacher was fired for not meowing at a student that identifies as a cat. And I'll go ahead and play the audio of the teacher describing what happened.
I'm sick of this foolishness.
It did
already.
today. I'm a sub, and the most important thing we do is take roles so the school gets paid. Oh, I'm looking at the seating chart as I'm going up and down the road and marking who's here and who's not. I get to the third row and I hear this meow. Excuse me? excuse me? I start looking on the ground. Go to the 4th row, everything's good. Go to the 5th row, everybody's there. Then I hear, meow. I'm like, okay, what's up with that? Who's doing it? And this little girl in the very front row says, you have to meow back at him. He identifies as a cat. Are you kidding me? Said, is there a litter box in here somewhere? My sarcasm self probably shouldn't have said that. He gets up and he storms out of the classroom, and I'm like, rough. And of course, the entire class is laughing. And I think, no problem, no foul. I go to the office. You ready for this? You check out. They said, we no longer need your services. If you can't identify with all the children in the classroom. And you wonder why they don't have any subs. I told the lady, I said, I didn't know cats were considered people. I thought they were pets.
Yeah.
Another school off my list.
When they brought her in the office and sat her down and fired her, she should have said, no. I identify as the principal. You're fired. She's right.
But yeah, that was the whole thing. Like,
Oh my.
there, this
Hey, yo, she was on one, boy. She say, is there a litter box in here?
Literally. Between that and the roof, I can't.
Okay.
I'm dead. That took me out.
like, come on now, like,
Hey, see, that's how you know the little boy was full of crap. He don't identify as no cat. What cat you know get mad when you ask a question? He just walk out. Like,
I don't know. Cats be ruthless.
Listen, when they told her like we no longer need your services if you can't I just said I didn't know I was signing up to work at PetSmart.
Look,
Because please, come on. I think she handled that in the best way. Another school off my list. Like, no.
like, how does this boy take tests? Does he just put meow on everything? Like, how that work?
Tell them I'm not the teacher. What the teacher does is on her day. On my day, no. So,
y'all ain't paying me enough for this.
Okay.
thank you. That
Right.
part.
That's just,
Literally.
right.
That's my type of carrying on right there.
Came back at him.
Literally.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
crying.
I mean, yeah, like, yeah, well, all right, people identifying as cats, and probably gonna start identifying as weed or something after a while or something. Something stupid like that, or a chicken. I want to see somebody identify as a chicken, man, because I mean, like. Well, I mean, this is the type of stuff that's out here. It's out here, man.
This is true.
So this is why fitness is so important. You know, because fitness helps your mental.
Mental health, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it does.
it helps your mental, so you can deal with this type of stuff. You know, should have been like, man, I ain't know I came to work today to be disrespected. You know, like
Right.
yeah, like that type of stuff. Like I'd have had to go straight to the gym or something after that one, boy. Like I was like, bro, they got me up in here. Like,
Right.
like,
Big fat.
this is why fitness is so important, man. Because like life hits you with all types of shenanigans, boy. And like, I mean, well, you know, I don't know. Did y'all hear about? I know me and you, Jim. We were talking about this earlier. Regina King's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just passed.
So like mental health, man, it ain't no joke, man. So like y'all take care of your mental.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
talk to whoever you need to talk to. Get out there, get fit, go for a walk.
Yeah. Do it.
I can't tell you how many times going for a walk that stopped me from laying hold upon somebody.
Yeah.
Disrespectful with it, you know.
Yeah. The same way we go to the doctor to check on our health, our physical health, the same way we go to the dentist to check on our oral health. It's the same thing with our minds. We gotta check in and see how we're doing, you know.
Definitely.
So doggone cat. Anyway.
I got Matt stirred up.
I was like, I'd have came in there acting like a horse. As if I was gonna pretend to be an animal, I would definitely have came in there pretending to be a horse or something. High stepping like a drum major. But yeah, man, Jourdan, we really do appreciate you coming to kick it with us again, once again.
Thank you guys so much for the invitation. I'm very happy that I got to share with you guys today. Ooh, both my earphones fall out.
Most definitely. We will be in touch. We want to get you on another episode in the future. We'll just be in touch with you. Make sure for everybody who's just tuning in, plug your IG one more time for the people.
@ JOURDANCE_ Jourdan.
Yes,
awesome.
yes. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at Matthew Priest on Facebook, Matthew_E_Priest on Instagram, and I'm President MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow me at Chase Harden on all social media platforms.
Once again, stay fit. Get out there and stay fit, man. Or get on your journey of fitness.
Yeah.
Once again, I am Matt P.
I'm Jeremy Chase.
And I'm Jourdan.
Hey, tell the people who you are.
I'm trying to be a part of y'all podcast show so bad.
Let's do it.
I'm trying to jump in.
Just jump in. For sure, man. For sure. Again, I am Matt P.
Jeremy Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.